The University of Melbourne has come under fire for infringing on student privacy by utilizing Wi-Fi location data to monitor their movements during pro-Palestine protests last year. This revelation follows a government investigation that emerged after 21 students faced threats of expulsion for their involvement in these demonstrations. In May 2024, a significant protest saw students occupy the Arts West building for a duration of 10 days. Leading to the cancellation of 150 classes and impacting around 6,000 students. This event was part of a larger global outcry regarding the deteriorating conditions in Gaza. In the wake of these protests, the Office of the Victorian Information Commissioner, OVIC, initiated an inquiry into the university's practices concerning its Wi-Fi network, which ultimately resulted in a report released on Wednesday. This report highlighted a serious breach of privacy by the university. OVIC's findings indicated that the university had engaged in what is known as function creep, a term that refers to the expansion of the use of technology beyond its original purpose. The university had utilized a pre-existing capability to track Wi-Fi users without adequately considering the implications for human rights and privacy. According to Victoria's Privacy and Data Protection Act 2014, organizations are mandated to collect personal information only through lawful and fair means, ensuring that such collection is not excessively intrusive. Furthermore, individuals should be informed about the data collection practices. However, the investigation revealed that the University of Melbourne had breached Information Privacy Principle, IPP. 1.3 by failing to adequately inform individuals about the reasons for collecting their Wi-Fi location data and how it might be used. Additionally, it violated IPP 2.1 as the investigation into misconduct was not a primary reason for gathering this data, and students would not have reasonably anticipated that their Wi-Fi location data would be used to identify them. Sarah Schwartz, the legal director at the Human Rights Law Center, expressed concern over the university's actions, describing the use of Wi-Fi tracking as indicative of a troubling trend toward increasingly oppressive measures against student activists. She emphasized that students advocating for human rights should be supported rather than surveilled, while OVIC did not recommend any punitive measures against the university. Citing improvements in communication with Wi-Fi users since the protests, it did highlight that the university's repeated failures in communication had infringed upon students' rights. The report criticized the university's privacy and IT policy documents for being poorly structured, containing misleading titles, and failing to clarify the purpose of data collection and usage. Moreover, the report pointed out that the university's method of using on-screen pop-ups to inform users about Wi-Fi terms was ineffective in conveying complex terms and conditions. OVIC noted that the university had not consulted stakeholders regarding the policy change, which meant it lacked the necessary social license to implement such surveillance technology. The university acknowledged that technical issues since April 2023 had created uncertainty about whether new users were aware of the Wi-Fi terms of use that permitted the collection of location data. OVIC stressed that effective communication is crucial for maintaining good privacy practices, advising organizations to present information clearly and simply to enhance understanding. In addition to Wi-Fi tracking, the university also utilized student ID photos and CCTV footage to identify students, a practice that OVIC found did not violate state laws. However, the investigation underscored the need for careful handling of surveillance tools, as the university's decision-making process was described as verbal, impromptu, and largely undocumented. This led to the authorization of Wi-Fi location data usage during what the university termed a dynamic and complex situation. The decision to use this data to identify individuals present in the Arts West building was made on May 20th, just 5 days after the protests began, resulting in the identification and reprimanding of 22 students and 3 staff members. OVIC criticized the processes that allowed investigators to search through 10 staff email accounts for specific keywords, stating that these actions did not meet the expected standards and could have been managed more judiciously. The report concluded that surveillance, by its very nature, contradicts the principles of human rights. It asserted that monitoring individuals should only occur under the most serious circumstances, with clear guidelines in place, well-managed authorization processes, and a thorough understanding of the purpose and limitations of data usage by those being monitored. In response to the findings, the University of Melbourne stated that it takes its privacy obligations seriously and acknowledged that it could have provided clearer notifications to students and staff regarding the use of Wi-Fi location data. Nevertheless, the university maintained that its actions in utilizing Wi-Fi location data in cases of student misconduct were reasonable and proportionate, given the imperative to ensure the safety of the community and to uphold its core functions.